Right, gonna do a quick run through of the room network hardening devices. This was a pretty cool room. I did like it. Had a couple activities that you could do along the way. Um, First thing here that it's showing is the difference between network devices and endpoint devices. Right here is a graph that they went over with that, showing endpoint and network devices. Pretty much network devices just manages what the endpoint devices are creating and sending through. Common threats and attack vectors of the network devices: unauthorized access, denial of service, man-in-the-middle attacks, privilege escalation, and bandwidth theft. That's what this graph is going over, and these are really common threats. A device that's used to control and manage network resources is called a network device. Threat actor that includes disruption of critical devices and services to make them unavailable to genuine users is called denial of service. Common hardening techniques for task 3. This is showing some of the hardening techniques right here. Going through all these, and then it talks about the importance of security protocols, removal of insecure protocols, so there's less of an attack space. Also, the most important are the protocols that transmit data in clear text without encrypting them, like FTP. That's going to be important because it doesn't encrypt. And syslog is a protocol to standardize the transfer of log messages. So if you were to configure a router, which of the following would be considered insecure? FTP. And the protocol for sending a log message to a centralized server for storage, syslog. Alright. So over here, you're going to start up your machine, and then you're going to pull up your terminal. And in the terminal, you're going to run this command right here. I'm just going to show you what it does. When you do, there we go. That's what that pulls up right there for you. And you can make your changes, whatever you want to do. So let's see, this one's showing an AES 128 CBC. I think I may have changed that earlier. AES 128 CBC. Yeah, I think it did. So this goes over, once you pull that up, kind of what you're looking at. It shows what a strong encryption algorithm is. And then it also shows you how to update. If you need to update your VPN, it also goes through the auth side of things, so it shows the different types of them. Let's see. Okay. So on here, update the config file to cipher AES 128 CBC. You can see I already did that. AES 128 CBC. And then that's your flag right there. You do that to the auth as well. Auth is going to be found a little up higher, right there. And then as per the config file, what is the port number? And then it'll show you the port number right there. Cool. On this next one, what it wants you to do, it's a little confusing at first. I thought I had to actually do it in my browser, and I was wondering why it wasn't coming up. But what you want to do is pull down your terminal, pull up Mozilla on your virtual machine, And then here is the password. Paste that in there and sure. I think it's gonna delete once you delete the machine, but whatever. And then going through here, what it does is just showing you some different hardening techniques you can take advantage of. And here's what that should look like. So everything's kind of similar to what you see here. All right. Yeah, and this just kind of like runs through what different things you can do. So the first thing it kind of talks about, I think it is changing the password. Yeah, so changing the password, and it's as simple as going there. System, you go to administration, and you can change the password. Here you can see that our previous one was TryHackMe, but we would just switch it out around there. And then this one's talking about enabling secure network protocols. So once again, you go System, Administration, SSH. And that's how you would get to this screen here. It just kind of walks through a bunch of different other things. So you can update the password like I just showed you how. The default port for SSH configured is 22. It shows that up there. And then going through the general settings, let's see. Just go under the system tab in the attached VM, the administrator has left a special message in the notes. So should be able to go there. Well, within the notes, this is the flag that he left. Can't remember exactly how to get back to it. And then it runs through these two other questions, and these are also two answers you have to find through kind of going through the VM, but mine's kind of moving pretty slow. There's the note right there. Mine's kind of moving a little slow, so these are just the answers for that. Task 6, hardening routers, switches, and firewalls. So this one wants you to go to network, firewall, there we go, traffic rules, and then you can add a new one. It's like it shows there, and then pull up the graph, and since, like I said, it's not connected, it also tells you that there. This is going to be a blank space when that pulls up. This one right here is showing how to do port forwards. So here's those traffic rules you're talking about. You can do scheduled tasks with your cron, with like the cron tab. I think that's what it says it does, yeah, through cron. And that will just schedule tasks for your system to do without you having to do anything. Then it goes over additional techniques in the enterprise environment. Alright, and then let's see, what is the name of the rule that accepts ICMP traffic? It's allow ping, showed you up top. The name of the rule that forwards data coming from the WAN port to the LAN port. I think that might be in this section. No, it's somewhere. And then you have to look up further for the answer for the 2.12.21-1 to find the APK package. And then this one just kind of really quickly goes over important tools for network monitoring. monitoring. Network monitoring tools are enablers for maintaining the security and performance of networks. This one's pretty quick. So the question here, are network monitoring tools capable of detecting bandwidth bottlenecks? And it says that up here. Yeah. They can troubleshoot problems such as bandwidth bottlenecks. And then the answer is yeah. And then you get to your conclusion of the room and everything here. And this was a pretty good class. I like the interactiveness that it had within it. I give this class a 9 out of 10. I liked it quite a bit.